I'd like to welcome each of you to tonight's meeting, the September the 20th school board meeting. At this time, the school board meeting is officially called to order. If you all would please stand for a moment of silence and then the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, again, welcome to tonight's meeting. Anyone wishing to address the board may do so during public input. You will have 3 minutes to address the board. The sign-in sheet to speak during public input is on the table to the left as you enter the boardroom. You will need to sign in order to address the board. Our school board minutes this evening are being kept by Ms. Bishop. Board members present are Mr. Carroll, Ms. Bell, Ms. Gibson, Ms. Williamson, and myself, Bart Alford. Our board attorney, Mr. Reeves, is here, and Superintendent Ms. Joseph is here. At this time, the meeting is called to order. There will be item 5.1 will be pulled from tonight's agenda. It will appear again October the 4th. And item 5.6, the MCHS School Improvement Plan, is also being pulled tonight. So items 5.1, the district purchasing card presentation by Ms. Raynick is being pulled, and 5.6, Madison County High School School Improvement Plan is also being pulled. Okay. Items 2.1, the Madison, okay, we have an amendment to the agenda. 2.1 is Madison County Central Field Trip. And that will be placed under, that will be 5.9. 5.9, Madison County Central School Field Trip. Okay. Does everyone have the pulls and the addition? Okay, at this time, we have public comment. Ms. Serrano. Hello.
Will you tell me when to start? Or?
No, you may begin.
All right. Good evening, Madison County District School Board. My name is Yannette Serrano, and I am a senior at Madison County High School. I am here on behalf of the MCHS body about revisiting the idea of a girls' soccer team. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you all and allowing me to be here today. With that being said, I'm here to represent a number of high school students, girls, interested in starting back up the Madison County High School girls soccer team. Since the program was shut down, MCHS students continue to be interested in the sport. After its removal, numerous girls that played at the middle school level were not given the opportunity to play for the high school team. Most importantly, wear MCHS colors with pride and represent our school on the field. We understand that there would be much to do and prepare in order to have a soccer season, as it is quickly approaching. After reviewing the Florida High School Athletic Association FHSAA handbook, I have learned that the scheduled submissions are not due until the first week of regular season competition of the sport. Furthermore, we have a teacher that has offered to be the coach for the team if we are given permission and the season is approved. We also understand the challenges regarding Title IX and financial limitations. However, the individuals that have signed the petition to bring back soccer are willing to contribute time in finding sponsors, raising money for equipment, team fees, etc. for the future team. I hope you have heard our voices, and we encourage you to consider our appeal for the return of the Madison County High School girls soccer team. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, again, thank you for the presentation. Item 4.1 is consent items. On the consent agenda items, 4.1 is the minutes from September the 7th meeting, is the minutes from the September 13th executive session, is the minutes from September 13th trim meeting. 4.2 is fundraisers. You have a fundraiser at Madison County High School flag football team to sell Krispy Kreme donuts. It's the end of September through the 1st of October. Another field trip or fundraiser at the high school is the senior class fundraiser, and that's taking place 9/21 through 10/1 is the candy sales, and they're only selling before and after school. 4.3 is the Madison County High School supplement update, adding Clayton McWilliams for $2,651 as a supplement for football. 4.4 is the K-12 uniform assessment calendar. 4.5, the Madison County assessment calendar. 5.1, the district purchasing card, which has been pulled. Okay, that was the consent items, 4.1 through 4.5. Is there a motion to approve the consent items?
I move to approve the consent items.
It's been properly moved by Ms. Gibson. Is there a second?
I second it.
Second by Mr. Carroll. Is there any discussion? Okay, if there's no discussion, it's been properly moved by Ms. Gibson, seconded by Mr. Carroll. All those in favor, show of hand, please. 5-0, Ms. Bishop, for approval of the consent items. Okay, 5.1 has been pulled. 5.2 is personnel changes. Mr. Killingsworth.
Good evening. You have before you our list of volunteer list, which has 6 names on it that we're wishing to present to the board. We also have the substitute list, which has 2, one of those being a custodian, one being a teacher, that we have on there. And then we also have the administrator for central school, the dean for central school, one person, non-instructional recommendations 3, which will be at the high school. And then unfortunately we have 6 that will fall under resignations, and 4 for family medical leave of absence. So at that time, those are the recommendations I have for you in that particular area.
Okay, is there a motion to accept the personnel changes?
I'll make the motion to accept personnel changes.
It's been properly moved by Ms. Williamson. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Gibson. Any discussion? There's no discussion. It's been properly moved by Ms. Williamson, seconded by Ms. Gibson. All those in favor of the personnel changes, show of hand. 5-0, Ms. Bishop, for approval.
I do have one question, though, Mr. Killingsworth. How many vacancies do we have that?
We have
Being able to
2
fill.
that we are interviewing Wednesday at the high school, one being in English, one being band. We have a few more at Central School. We're narrowing it down, but we still unfortunately have
It's
a
everywhere,
few that
everywhere's short,
we're
but
chasing.
I appreciate your keeping on it.
It's a nightmare. We continually to work on that. And that will lead me kind of into part of this next part.
So you're saying Wednesday they're interviewing at the high school for?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have 2 interviews at the high school.
I hope they work out.
Me too.
Okay, the next section, 5.3 is extra pay for a teacher at the high school who's teaching 7 periods, and they go 7 periods, so I assume that he's teaching through his planning.
Correct. Through the union contract, you teach 6 of your 7 periods. If you, and first you have to, for lack of better words, volunteer to do the 7th period. You can't be mandated to do it because that's going to violate the union contract. However, if you agree to it and then we bring it before you, due to the numbers, due to some shortage, this is probably the most economical way to cover that. I mean, nobody likes to teach 7 out of 7, but he's willing to do it. So basically what it is the amount of that period for the duration of the first semester. And based on how things go, if we need to readdress this for second semester, then, I would come back to you. But right now, what I'm asking you is for just the first semester only, for this particular person, for this particular period.
Okay, is there a motion to grant the extra period per day for this teacher?
I'll make the motion to grant the extra pay, because I'm sure he's not doing it for the pay, he's doing it because of the need.
No, and I appreciate it.
But we need to compensate for that.
Thank you.
It's been properly moved by Ms. Williamson. Is there a second?
A second.
By Mr. Carroll. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, all those in favor of the extra pay for the employee, show of hand, please. 5-0, Ms. Bishop, for approval.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you. 5.4, James Madison Preparatory High School Transportation Contract. Ms. Joseph.
Mr. Chair, I have before you a standard contract that we do every year with James Madison, and the fees are the same as before. We have not changed anything.
And that's for this year, isn't it?
That's for this year. For the 21-22 school year.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the James Madison Preparatory High School transportation contract?
I move to approve the contract.
Okay, it's been properly moved by Mr. Carroll. Is there a second?
Second.
By Ms. Bell, seconded by Ms. Bell. Any discussion? There's no discussion. All those in favor of the approval of the James Madison Preparatory High School transportation contract, show of hand, please. 5-0, Ms. Bishop, for approval. Okay, 5.5 is the Madison County Creative Arts Academy transportation contract. Ms. Joseph.
Mr. Chair, I would like to present the proposed contract for Madison Creative Arts Academy for their transportation. We have not changed the fees from last year, but we need to do a separate contract for this year. And so that's what I have before you.
Is there a motion to approve the contract?
I move to approve the Madison Creative Arts Academy transportation contract.
Okay, it's been properly moved by Ms. Gibson. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Bell. Any discussion? There's no discussion. All those in favor, show of hand, please. 5-0, Ms. Bishop, for approval. Okay, 5.7 is the Madison County High School supplemental add-on. Or I'm sorry, the Madison County Central School add-on. Let me get back to my computer just went down. Okay, the Madison County Central School supplement add-on is Marcia Bass with cheerleading at $16.32 for the supplement, and Savannah Hefferman at $1,166 for her contract.
Did you have a contract in there for Clay McWilliams also from the high school?
That's
It
the
was
next
at,
one.
it was at the, it was
Okay.
under consent.
Okay, no, it's the next one.
No, it's fine.
It's the next one.
No, high school supplements at
It's the next one.
5.8, it's a different.
Oh,
We already voted on it.
So, Mr. Chairman, you need a motion just on 5.7 to approve the staff recommendation, if that's the pleasure.
Okay. Yes, is there a motion to approve the 5.7?
I move to approve the 5.7 supplement update.
It's been properly moved by Mr. Carroll with Savannah Hefferman over soccer and Marcia Bass over cheerleading. Effective for Savannah Hefferman 9/7/2021, for Marcia Bass 9/9/2021. It's been properly moved by Mr. Carroll. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Gibson. Is there any discussion?
So we have soccer at Central, but not the high school.
It just
Is that
started
correct?
back.
Just started back at Central.
Soccer has never been removed from either school. They didn't have enough kids to participate, and so that's why, but it's already part of the contract,
Okay.
okay? We have not removed it, it's still there. They just need to get enough kids to participate.
Okay.
So I'm assuming they have enough kids now.
Yes, because last year, the Central School had to disband the team because they didn't have enough people to play. I assume they have enough this year.
Okay, it's been properly moved and second. All those in favor, show of hand, please. 5-0, Ms. Bishop, for approval. Okay, 5.8, the Madison County High School supplement addition, and that would be Clayton McWilliams for football assistant coach, effective September the 1st, 2021, for the total of $2,651. Is there a motion to approve the supplement?
I move to approve the supplement.
It's been properly moved by Mr. Carroll. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Williamson. For approval. Any discussion?
Yes, now this is for an assistant coach. Was there an assistant coach that dropped out, or is this?
That was a position, the way they do supplements, the union have allocated X number of supplements. These were a position that was not filled, and so they've gone back in and put someone in that position.
Oh, so-
Because there are a lot of X number of supplemental positions.
So this was already a position that just happened to be not
Yes.
filled?
Mhm.
Okay, any more discussion? If there's none, all those in favor, show of hand, please. 5-0, Ms. Bishop, for approval. Okay, 6.1, superintendent items, Ms. Joseph.
No, you added the 5.9.
I'm sorry. I'm confused tonight. Okay, 5.9, MCCS field trip. Where is that? I mean, where?
That was it's on,
I see it.
It's at
I
the
see it.
top of your agenda.
That's your home.
Okay, the Madison County Central School football team and cheerleaders are going to, the destination is Tallahassee, Florida, September the 25th, to attend the FSU home football game versus Louisville. Jesse Solomon, a former alumna from the high school and pro player and FSU player, is paying for the trip. It's a funding source. And it's around 75 to 100 students are going with 15 chaperones. So is there a motion to approve the student field trip?
I move to approve the student field trip.
Okay, it's been properly moved by Mr. Carroll. Is there a second?
Second.
Moved by Mr. Carroll, seconded by Ms. Williamson. Any discussion?
I noticed that's on a Saturday, correct?
Right. This will be during their football game,
Yes.
and that's home game. Okay, all those in favor, show of hand, please. 5-0, Ms. Bishop, for approval. Okay, 6.1, Superintendent Items.
Mr. Chair, I have the following items I need to bring to your attention. At last week's meeting, you voted to approve our relationship with Kelly Employment Services, and we've been working diligently with them, and their targeted start date is October 18th, 2021. We've got to do a lot of paperwork, but once we get that implemented, I think it will be an asset to our students. Okay, another thing, Wednesday's an early release day, and the schools are planning their own PD. The week of September 27th through October 1st is homecoming. Question to you. They do have a parade plan. Sometimes the school board members and the superintendent participate, and sometimes we do not. And so, Mr. Alford, you want to take over, what are we going to do, or is there one that's going to do what they want to do?
No. If, I feel that we should do it together. We just need to see who all is going to do it. So we
What
can
date
get,
is this?
It's a Friday,
it's a
October 1st.
Friday, the 1st.
October
First.
1.
October 1.
We just need to see how many people are going to do it, where we can have
And when you say going to do it, you mean
ride
ride
in
in
the parade,
Possibly
wave,
have-
throw candy, have a good time.
Can we throw candy anymore?
I don't think so. Didn't they cut that out?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. So who would be interested in being in the parade?
I'll do it.
You'll do it? Ms. Bell? Ms. Williamson?
I can't get in no back of no truck,
But
but
you
I can
can-
ride in front.
Okay, so that would be a yes. We just need to find what we're going to do it in.
Okay, are you going to be in charge of that, Mr. Alford?
I can.
Okay, thank you. Or
I
you going
can.
to delegate it to someone else other than me?
We just need to, if everybody's going to ride in it, we need to have in the past, we were able to get,
There's some magnetic signs that
Miss
Miss Miller
Bishop
had
has
made
them.
up that just slap onto the side of whatever you're in.
and if we have a truck, we could maybe all
Bring your own lawn chair.
fit, or sit on the,
How about sit on the hay?
we'll have something.
We'll check it out.
We'll have something safe to sit
Okay.
on. So that is October the 1st. What time does that start?
I will get back with you.
10
and
o'clock.
10?
That's what was
That's what it's
told
been
me.
Oh,
in
you
the
read
past.
the notes.
We need to check though what time they want you there for the
You probably
parade.
Probably
Wow.
around 9:30.
And where are they gonna line up?
Usually behind
Usually it's
O'Neill's.
behind O'Neill's.
So October the 1st at 9:30, and we will be working on a vehicle of some sort for us. And if anybody can't do it, just let Ms. Bishop know where.
Okay, that was important, I needed to get that out. I've been having a lot of questions, and I need your direction. We're still operating under COVID guidelines, and I thought we were. And I've got several principals asking me about, and it's more than one school, about a possible dance. They say, you have a football game, can they have a dance? They want to bring in different people in the schools and for activities. But what we have been doing so far, we've had supposedly a closed campus. So if we have assembly, you can't have a closed campus and invite parents in. Are we going to have assembly? We're doing school time to invite parents in, or what? Are we gonna start letting parents come in, letting groups come in to participate? I think the high school did something very nice the other day during their career day. They did it similar to what we did countywide. They let only the seniors come in the gym, and then they broadcasted the activity on to other students and let one grade down at a time. That way you kept a little separation. But are we going to go to allow all out entire school meetings or what?
I've got a problem with telling parents they can't come to schools, because I know we're still dealing with it, but it's, we might be dealing with this for the next who knows how long. And I just, to say to the parents, you're not allowed to attend and deprive the children of, these activities, it bothers me. I feel like they're missing out on important things. That's how I feel about it. I don't know.
Well, here's the way I feel that you look around the country, on Saturdays, all them campuses is open. And I know this is high school, I understand all that, but at some point, we're gonna have to, get back to being normal as we can, I think.
And if we're having a football game, that's about as close as you can get. Now, of course, you can separate yourself if you want to. Wear a mask, do what you want to do, and make your own decisions about your own health. If you don't want to participate, you don't.
Will it be held in the gym?
The dance is
The
probably.
dance will be in the gym. The other things that will probably be in the gym or auditorium. Do we want that are we willing to accept that kind of liability? We know we've got to have school. We know there's only so much social distancing.
I think if we keep the kids in there instead of inviting people on the outside, I think it'd be safer. That's my opinion.
For just the kids to what,
I'm
this,
talking about if we allow one activity,
Right.
we open it up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look for directions from you. Do we want to open it up, or we just want to keep it as we have now? I just need direction from you.
Have you asked the health department what their opinion would be?
The health department
There's
would
a
tell
meeting.
us no, the social distance.
Yeah.
That's what the health department would tell us. Because we're still contact tracing, we're still sending people home. Yesterday, we were dealing with the 4th grade class that could possibly have been quarantined 4 times this year down at Lee.
Contract trace an event like that.
They sent them all home. That's what you really wound up doing.
well, for the dance, I wonder if it could be outside.
I don't know. Give me some directions. I'm just asking.
I agree with Mrs. Gibson in that I do feel that parents should have the right to come. We preach parental involvement and parental engagement, and at some point we do have to try to return to some sort of being normal with this whole with the pandemic. But I agree with her in that parents should be allowed to come to the schools. Again, I don't know that it should be where the gym is packed. And again, I don't know that we ever have a situation where the gym is packed other than graduation.
Excuse me. You ever been to a basketball game?
Well,
They can still, actually, for number one, the population of the high school is less than it's ever been
Yeah.
since the high school was built. So you do have less students.
your population out there is less than 500. So I don't know that, okay, we have coming up out there the coronation. So
That's one of the things I'm asking about.
I can't
Can we have it in the gym?
imagine telling parents they can't go see their child in coronation.
Is that going to be in the gym?
Yeah.
Is that what they're talking about, like the coronation and all that? Or I'm talking about.
No,
the
they did
dinner.
not ask specifically about the coronation because last year the coronation was held on the football field.
Right.
Okay?
But that would be an event where if you start telling parents they can't go to it, Katie barred the door, that's going to be.
No, the parents were allowed to go to the coronation last year because it was
Because it's
outside.
Right.
But I'm asking if you bring it inside.
Right.
Is it gonna be inside this year?
I don't know, he haven't responded to me yet.
But the whole thing with being outside at this time of the year, it is raining here every day. So I don't know that you can, I mean, I think that, I
Are
think
you gonna limit how many people come into the gym, or are you just gonna let everybody just, it's gonna be an even flow?
I'm asking for direction
I
from the
wouldn't limit
board.
it to nobody, I mean, I wouldn't limit it.
But
I
if
mean,
you-
at some point or another, our kids have got to experience, how their high school experience, and we can't just be scared of a doggone virus all the time. Because it's gonna be here, it ain't going nowhere now.
Like I said, yesterday we were dealing with a group at Lee that had been quarantined 4 times
Well,
this school
but
year.
Yeah, but it wasn't because they're at the school, it was because they're at home and then they come to school.
I can't
So what we
say
gonna
where
do,
they got
I mean,
it from.
Friday night when Florida High comes over there and some of them, we gonna shut down everybody out there because Florida High has somebody?
I am a little more comfortable when it's outside.
I am too. I'm more comfortable when it's outside.
I have no opinion right now. I want your direction. I want direction from you.
I just don't know that we can depend on having it outside
No,
with
I
how
don't
it's
either.
raining every day. I mean, it's multiple times a day it's been raining, and I don't, and if you look on the forecast, it's no stopping. I do think that we should not open it back up to people on the street using it at this point, but again, at some point, we need to transition to where our school functions are back in the gym, are back in the school. And again, if the high school was sitting at a capacity of 1,000 students out there, then we could worry. But again, in coronation, you would have maybe 40 girls involved, maybe.
I don't know. I try not to go to gatherings that large.
But again, you're not talking about a large number of students, or at least when I was in high school, it would have been around that. I don't know now if it's any more, but I mean, at some point, I think we do need to transition to try to return stuff, if we can, to the school sites. I don't
Was
know.
the coronation a success last year?
I didn't know last year because I try not to hang out in crowds that large. I knew I have to come to work and I limit my exposure as much as possible.
I feel like they want to have a dance. The students, I mean, the student body would be okay as long as they can, just each class or however they want to do it.
Now, I need a definite answer, okay? Do we allow dances? Because I'm going to have these questions and I don't want to come back. Are we going to allow dances, student body dances?
Why?
Without the parents?
Huh?
Without the parents?
Our parents wouldn't come to the dance now.
We might have some.
You'd have chaperones, they would have adequate chaperones, but for the dance, I'm sure you wouldn't have the parents.
The kids wouldn't go if the parents were going.
You're probably
You
right.
will have a lot of
Parents
space if
parents
the
may would
parents
go
showed
to
up.
elementary dance. If it was
Yeah,
like a
elementary.
K through 5, they may would go to that, but high school, I doubt the parent would be there. or
But you
the
was talking
student.
about for all schools or just the high school?
Okay, the high school and the Greenville asked about a dance. And then when we finish that, I want to know if they have to move if they have to have the coronation in the gym, is that a yes or no?
I'm going to say yes. If we have football, if we have people gathering together, then let's gather together for everything.
Well, the thing about dances is if a parent did not want their child to go to it, then they could say, you're not going. And the child wouldn't go. I mean, at some point, we have to try to push forward with this, but parents do have that choice, and even for the coronation, if they didn't want their child to go in there, then they could stay somewhere else in the school or not go in there. I mean, there's no,
So you're going to penalize a parent or a teacher because the child didn't want to go?
or they could
there?
all go in there. I mean,
Okay.
again, I think that at some point we have to move forward. I don't look at it as punitive. I mean, again, if for a dance after school, students do not have to stay for it. You have to pay for it. The whole reason of the dance is a fundraiser, isn't it? Isn't that the reason they're having the dances?
Yes.
To make money.
So,
So again, if they don't have, if the parent doesn't want them to go, then don't pay the money and stay after school and go.
In other words, be responsible. If you don't feel like your child.
Secondly, we've just approved tonight for 100 kids to go to the FSU football game.
And
I was just there a week ago, and you're pretty close in the stadium, and then when it rains, you go under the stadium and you're even closer.
I'm not going there either.
So again,
I'm just asking for someone else.
so again, if we're like looking at the big picture, I mean,
Are you saying it's either gonna be all open for everything or closed? Are we just opening it?
That's what I'm
I mean,
trying to.
that is the question, that we're opening it back up. That's what the question is.
I'm trying to find out, what do you as a board want? Now, I need a definite answer because we won't meet before homecoming. And like I've sent Mr. Finley an email. I don't know whether he's planning on having his coronation inside or outside, but is it okay for him to have the coronation inside? And the coronation is planned for 1:45, and yes, you will have parents there. So is that a yes or no?
I would, yes.
I think presently y'all have got it locked down. So I think what you need to tell the superintendent is what you're going to allow. So you probably need to make a motion second, y'all vote, that instead of being totally locked down, you're going to allow A, B, C, and D, whatever, or not. I mean, y'all can leave it locked down. That's a decision the board would make.
Okay, what would, is there a motion of what you would like to allow?
I think I move to approve school activities resume. Only school activities, not community activities in the school. This involves school activities, coronation, football, basketball.
With outside attendance?
Can't have basketball outside attendance.
Huh?
You can't have basketball outside attendance.
She's
No,
meaning
I'm talking
on the
about with
street.
parental
with
people.
everybody can,
Yes,
just open it up,
Yes,
everybody can.
I mean, you
I'm
can't.
asking you, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, basketball will be, I mean, that's later in the,
Yeah,
that's,
that's not until after.
So we're opening,
November.
the vote is to open things back up.
That's.
for school.
For school
But
activities,
for
not,
school
not,
activities.
we ain't talking about like, people coming and having.
Having dinners and banquets.
their
We're not renting
Family
facilities or
reunions,
something like
Stuff
that.
like that, yes.
So in other words, school activities, and parents are, is this a motion? I'm going into it.
Yeah, I think we need to.
Yeah, so that's my motion.
Okay, it's been properly moved by Ms. Gibson to open the schools back up for school activities only.
And that would be in the gymnasium with parents allowed to attend.
Parents are allowed to
Okay,
attend.
with outside attendance.
And I want to go back to what Mr. Alfred said. We have, as long as I've been in education, we have encouraged, we want parents to be involved. We don't want to say, you're not allowed here. It's just, it rubs me the wrong way. I want parent involvement, and this is one way of getting parents involved.
Okay, it's been properly moved by Ms. Gibson. Is there a second?
I second it.
Okay, it's been properly moved by Ms. Gibson, seconded by Mr. Carroll. Is there discussion? Now's the time to,
Well, I just still, we're sending so many kids home from school missing class that I'm afraid that if we start doing too much at one time, it's going to involve more kids getting sent home, because it only takes one in every class to have to send every class home. And that's a big concern for me.
And I don't mind them having any activity as long as they're outside where it's more spaced out.
There's not, how many kids are at school up there? I mean, they're
But if you
not.
have a coronation, there are gonna be quite a few people.
Have you
that
ever
comes
been in the hallway when they changed classes?
Yes.
I have,
I
and
have
there's
too.
no social distancing going on there.
well,
There's not gonna be no social
And see,
distance
that's what
Friday
Joe was talking
in
about,
the
that's why
game
he's sending
either.
so many kids home.
well, again, the one thing is the enrollment at the high school is a lot less today than it was back 10 years ago. And they have tried strategies of going like certain ways down the hall, and again, I just think at some point you have to make the transition to try to do it, and if you see it's not working, then we could always go back and readdress it.
It's,
But I do think that, and you know what, it would be great if we had a pavilion outside that was covered, that we could sit outside, but we don't have that. And in this climate we're in, either it's raining or the humidity's so great that I don't know that you could have a function out there where girls and guys in formal outfits and,
you can't depend on the weather.
yeah, I mean, it would be a nightmare. So
Yes, if I'm really.
I
right.
would love for everything to go back to normal also, but I want the kids to be safe as possible. Whatever we could do to put into place for the safety of our children, that's what I would like to do.
Well, I think the parents have the ability, if they don't want them, they know what's happening. If they don't want them to go, they can keep them home, or they can sit them with a mask, or they can put a,
And a lot of them have taken them to Charles to a homeschool.
do what?
A lot of them have taken those kids to homeschool.
A lot of them taking them to homeschool. They've been doing that though.
Yeah, that's
That
their
ain't, that's
choice.
nothing new. They've been doing that.
No, I agree. Parents are responsible for their children. If you don't feel like your child's in a safe environment, well, then you better do something different about it then.
Parents are responsible, but the employees and the teachers, the staff, we're responsible when they're in our hands.
Well, that's right. That means the parents
That's
have
after
entrusted
school
us.
though. That's after, that's not during
She said the
school.
coordination will be at 1:45.
But can you imagine
But
having?
I'm just saying.
Can you imagine having coordination at 1:45 on the football field and
They
then
had
at
last
100
year on
degrees?
1:45
I know it is,
football
I know it is, I know it is. But look, there's juniors and them seniors last year gone. They seniors this year. If we keep stuff, just keep on going like it is, they won't experience the greatest times in their lives. They won't have the opportunity to experience it.
No, I agree. I mean, I agree.
I mean, and to me, I don't know. I'm not giving.
It's not an easy decision, but at some point, I do feel that you have to, like, try to make the turn to going back to as close to how we were before. I mean, I don't.
Yeah. And like you said, it can always be readdressed.
Right.
You can always readdress any of this.
And the thing with the quarantining, I mean, again, I would be interested to see, and you know, that's not in our hands from the state, how many people we're sending home that are symptomatic, that turn up symptomatic, and not just are quarantined for the 10 days and then they come back and they never get it. I mean, that would be a study I would like to see, because I do think we're sending a lot of people home who are never even contracting COVID, and they're missing out.
What's going around in that class down there in the,
Well, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying holistically overall that I think that we're probably sending home a lot more who are not becoming symptomatic versus the ones who are symptomatic. Statistically, if we were to look at the numbers, but I don't know that there's any studies like that. So back to the motion. It's been properly moved by Ms. Gibson, seconded by Mr. Carroll. Is there any more discussion? If there's no more discussion, all those in favor of the motion, please show a hand. Opposed? 3-2, Ms. Bishop, for approval. Okay,
that's all.
that's all? Okay, Mr. Reeves,
No, sir, no, unless you have questions.
no questions for me. Any questions for Mr. Reeves? Board member items, Mr. Carroll?
I don't have anything. I want to thank the young lady for coming out and speaking to us about soccer. My opinion on that is, if you got it at the middle school, you need to have it at the high school. Why would you have it down there as if it's not a feeder program?
We
I mean,
have
that's
not
just-
banned that. It's
Huh?
there. It's there. It's just, they know the school didn't pursue it. We have not banned soccer at the high school.
So soccer is that?
It's at the high school if they want it.
They just gotta get enough players, is that correct?
There weren't enough players to have a team.
did not shut it down.
He didn't tell me, he didn't specify that it was,
From what Ms. Joseph is saying, that it's not shot down, it's just that there was enough players that came out to participate.
My understanding was they added girls weightlifting and took soccer. Now, that's what I was told. That they added girls weightlifting and took
Because
that
they didn't have
supplement
enough
for
people
from
playing in
soccer.
one
So
sport.
I mean, I don't know. That's what I was told. I don't know.
Did they choose one over the other? Did they choose
I
one over the
I
other?
was told that soccer was, they took girls soccer away from the high school and added girls weightlifting. Now, I don't know if that's the way it is or not, but, we should have room for both of them. If we got kids interested in doing it, my opinion.
Where, I have a question with this. Where would the games be played at? I mean, is there, because I know, would it be played on the football field?
Yeah.
yes, sir, so, soccer season would start, our first games would start November 1st, and usually soccer games, they were scheduled Tuesdays and Thursdays, and JV football, their season ends, October 7th, and usually they have their games on Thursdays, so by then they'll be able to use
Uh-huh.
with permission, yes, sir.
They are played on a football field.
Uh-huh.
You had a petition, how many students signed it?
I had about, as of now, I got 7 signatures. I just didn't go further because I wasn't sure if I was able to. I wanted to get your approval with that. I didn't want to do anything about
Are these girls that would like to play soccer?
this one. I told them that whoever signs, there are girls that are willing to try. I don't want to get signatures yet from girls who aren't able to, so we can form a team, so we can know an average amount what the estimate of the.
Ms. Joseph, do we just check on what's going on with it to find out who said what and why it was said? Why is there no team? All that good stuff?
Well, I think
Start
it was
paper
due to
trail,
the lack
however you
of,
want to.
I thought
Lack
it was
of
because there
players.
wasn't enough kids to participate. The same thing with Central School, but then we just approved Central this,
Last year, we started at Central and they had to cancel it because enough girls
because there
didn't
wasn't
play.
enough people wanting to be on the team, to have a team. I thought it was
probably,
the same type of thing
probably,
at the high school.
I would think that you need to like see how many people you're gonna have.
Yes, sir, if necessary, I can bring back the list on October 4th next meeting.
And
That's something you can
Wait.
handle at the school. It doesn't have to come back here.
The position's already been approved by the board that there is soccer. If there's enough kids for the team, they don't have to come to the board, the principal. If there's
Right.
enough kids for a team, there's a team. If there's not enough kids for a team, there's not a team.
So you could take it to the principal and he could go from there if you want a team. I mean, if you get enough players.
I spoke with Mr. Finley about it, and he just said that it would be a good idea to come up to the board and just speak about it.
How many players on the team?
Pardon?
How many soccer players on the team?
So I went on the FHSA website, and it says that there needs to be the max for girls on the team or boys for the team would be 25 players.
That's the max.
The minimum, it didn't specify on the minimum.
How many you have to have on the field at one time?
Would be 11.
11. You gotta have 11.
Okay. I never watched soccer. I just didn't know.
I don't know soccer.
I would just talk to the principal, get as many girls as you can that you could go out, that could go out, and y'all could go from there.
Just one of our biggest worries was about like finances or financial standing, that we have to speak about that as well after later on in the, as we see.
I think the supplement, everything will be approved through when they get.
What was her
Supplements are
question?
approved through the union. She was worried about finances.
I'm sort of worried about that too. So what
Yep.
type of finances would you think it would be?
Funding such as like equipment and things like that. I heard that our goalposts are really, really aggressive, so I'm not sure.
I was thinking that in my mind, did we have goalposts? And
Yeah.
that can be quite expensive, I would think.
The rec soccer, they have rec soccer here. I know I
Right.
see them practicing out there.
Right, on
Do
the
they-
near field.
On the near field. Do they have goals?
I'm not sure, Mr. Carroll. I'm not sure.
I mean, if it's rec, it's the county.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't think the rec goes along with that same season that they play. So, I mean, if it is, then we make it use their goals.
Maybe we could use another, the Rex equipment if they have it. I mean, because I want to say back that someone made quotes on goals and it was several $1,000s if I'm not.
Yeah, they pretty high.
Will the games be the same time as the Central School games?
I think so. I do believe they're scheduled Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's why I don't
Okay.
think that they would do those days since I used to play middle school soccer. Those were our scheduled games. But they could be scheduled at different times.
Right.
Like JV or varsity, kind of how they do it. How JV usually has their games, earlier, and then varsity later. Central could have their games earlier, and then ours could be later.
If Central has the equipment, then maybe it could be, if they already have it.
There's not a lot of equipment you need for soccer though.
But the goals.
The goals.
The goals.
You need
if
the
they have
goals
the goals.
And a ball.
That's about it. You need some paint to paint them lines.
But as of right now, you have what you need from here to carry on, like you can go to the principal at the high school and get all the information that you need, and y'all can schedule the games around however. So everything you need is already been given to you right now, all you gotta do is run with it.
Yes, ma'am.
If you have any other questions, you can reach back out to us and we'll.
I think I'm good. You guys answered all my questions. Thank you so much for letting me know.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mr. Carroll, do you have anything else?
Nope, that's all I have.
Ms. Bell? Ms. Gibson?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I'm impressed with you, the way you presented yourself tonight. Very good, thank you. I want to continue to, I continue to appreciate all of our employees, and I want to thank them for what they do each and every day. Thank you, and thank you again.
Ms. Williamson? Nothing? Okay. I too want to thank you for coming tonight and expressing your desires, and you're very articulate and did a great job expressing what you're wanting. I too would like to thank all the employees and what they're doing with all the start back up and just trying to, I know that the reading program, we've started a new reading program, and I know that it's hard to go through it and just feeling for all the ELA teachers and trying to get through it. I mean, it's hard. But again, I do appreciate all that they're doing and wish everyone well, and looking forward to homecoming, and Friday night is our first home game out here at the high school, so everybody needs to come to the game Friday night. It's the first game, and wish the Cowboys well. Again, that's all for me tonight. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I made a motion to adjourn.
Okay, it's been properly moved by Ms. Bell. Is there a second? Second by Ms. Gibson. All those in favor? A 5-0 for approval, Ms. Bishop, for adjournment.